What you'll have the option to go into is the advanced form setting. And this is me creating a new form. And when I'm doing that, you can see I have some things filled in here. So on the side of this menu, there are some things that we can put together. So I can gather contact details, which will give me things like the first and last name and email options, already labeled and presented in a way that's easy to collect that information. We still have the radio option and drop downs, but we also have a few of the different essential pieces that are available in today's forms. So, right, I can add just text content, short answer, long answer, multiple choice selections. We can also do a date picker or numbers in here. But then we start to gain access to some more advanced options. So for example, in this form, I can allow file uploads and I can take control over the amount of uploads that could be sent or submitted with a form. We can also do things like embedding images or media in general. So if you want to have some type of imagery or video as part of the form that you're sending out, you can include that. We can also do things like including terms of service, GDPR agreement, different options in time, and rating scales. Another nice piece of this is we can build logic, right? So under my settings, we have settings for when things are submitted, and we have our advanced settings. We can also make edits to the settings of each field, right? So editing the choices that are available, options on whether or not it's required, if it's hidden, if it's randomized or searchable. And we could even go into some options on whether it's hidden, and then I can make a choice, it's hidden unless choice 3 is selected in the radio above. Additionally, on the advanced settings side, so when a form gets submitted to me, I may want to put some settings in place, but I may also want to do things like making this more accessible to anyone who would have to fill this form out. You can put a reference ID in place if you want to refer back to this form more easily when you're creating some sort of automated process based on submissions. I can also do things under the submissions tab, like change where this form is being stored, right? So right now I just have this auto-generated my form folder. We can change where this lands. I can also change the name of the file that is created itself. So this is going to come to me in a CSV format. I can rename that. I also have the option to store submissions individually. So I can create a PDF for each submission that I get. And when I'm creating the name of that PDF, maybe I want to be able to identify this specific submission. So I can do that by clicking the plus here. And now I can add variables to it. So that can be things like the entry ID or the country it's coming from. But I could also include the fields that I've set out, like first and last name, email address. This could be really useful if you're reaching out to different vendors. It could be the vendor name. So a lot of ways that you can capture data and then store that pretty dynamically. And the same thing goes for the subfolder for where this individual submission is being stored, right? I actually have the ability to add variables to that to ensure that it's being stored dynamically or being saved dynamically with information that makes it actionable pretty out of the box, right? So this makes it a lot easier for you to build a process because it's being stored in a folder, and you can also dynamically name things so that you're pulling the right data when you build out some sort of automation around this.